Prep season is upon us, and Chicago's best high school football show is back for another season. Catch High School Lights, presented by Wintrust, tomorrow at 11 on NBC Sports Chicago, or live stream on the NBC Sports app.
Mike Montgomery will take the at-bat here in the fifth. What a play by David Bodie. The ball gets by him. Rendon probably scores.
Well, we were talking about his positional flexibility earlier. He played over the course of his minor league career about 50 games in the outfield. Joe Madden has a lot of confidence in his ability to play all over the place, and the kid's not afraid.
That is a fair ball, knocked down by Zimmerman. Ross will beat Montgomery to first. Good try, Mike.
That would have been handy. A little leadoff double from the pitcher's spot. Unfortunately, Zimmerman there to flag it down. Started as a shortstop, moved to third base. He's got great hands, great range. He had some throwing issues over on the other side of the diamond towards the end of his time there. Less of an issue now that he's playing first base.
Happ with a walk and a caught stealing in the third. High foul fly, 0-1.
Collins, Cordero are warming up for the Nationals right now. He's making solid contact here against Ross the last couple of innings. 3 hits, 2 runs. Last inning, Montgomery hits the ball sharply to get things started here in the fifth. So that's got them on high alert.
Two strikes to Happ. Make it 1-2. Just saw a story across the wire on CBS Sports by R.J. Anderson about Nationals assistant GM Doug Harris, who was fighting leukemia for the second time. So Harris's wife Lisa created a GoFundMe page. And his treatment costs will be in the $400,000 range. They raised less than half that amount. So the Nationals are going to have an auction. One of their executives, Bob Miller, previously was in the Diamondbacks front office. He is going to auction off his 2001 World Series ring to try to help Doug Harris, rather. What a gesture. The quote from Miller, "I've got memories from 2001, but the physical ring means nothing. It's sitting in a vault. I'm proud of it. I don't need it." Wow, what a story. Happ walks again.
Well, let's see if Davey Martinez wants Ross to deal with the top of the order for a third time or not.
For now, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Pitch to Anthony. Liner caught as Robles leaves his feet. Throw to first, not in time. He's made 2 terrific plays. Both times getting Rizzo on a throw in the first and a diving snag here in the fifth.
Yeah, Anthony's not going to be signing up for the Robles fan club anytime soon. The big throw now, a tremendous diving catch.
Now Bryant with 2 outs.
Seems like Ross is on the ropes here. Montgomery hit the ball sharply. He walks Happ. Rizzo hits a bullet.
Ross has the sign. Long pause before the pitch, and Bryant pops it up. Zimmerman going after it, and he makes the grab. He knows this ballpark better than anybody. And had just enough room to make the play. 2-1 Cubs in the 5th.
Hey, now you can fly Southwest for just $69 one way. $69. If you think this sale fare is low, you should see what we charge you for 2 check bags, or overhead bags, or carry-on bags. Which means these $69 one-way sale fares stay $69. And while we don't charge hidden fees, this sale won't last forever. So book your fall travel now at southwest.com. Low fares, no hidden fees, that's transparency.
Here's how Old Dominion puts together a winning performance. It takes precision, like how we're #1 in claims prevention. It takes hustle, like our over 99% on-time rate. And it takes consistently going the distance to earn our fans' loyalty. That's why we're #1 in customer satisfaction. Old Dominion, official freight carrier of Major League Baseball.
I've taken some amazing cars for a spin. But the Accord is truly extraordinary. When you find such a beautiful car with incredible performance, plus tons of high-tech features, you never want to get out of the driver's seat. Race into your Honda dealer and test drive the Accord, the 2018 North American Car of the Year.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan here with an In the Loop update. A reminder, tomorrow's game against the Reds moved from 1:20 to a team-friendly 7:05 first pitch. Cole Hamels gets the start for the Northsiders. Stay tuned after the final out. Kelly Crow and I break it down on the post-game show. Now back to Len and JD in D.C.
All right, Cap, thank you. And you can follow our Cubs insiders on NBCSportsChicago.com, presented by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Go to jeffvuk.com or follow him on social media. Nationwide is on your side. Adrian Sanchez flied to the warning track in center his first time up. And a foul strike. It's 0-1. Certainly Joe Ross will be done after his 5 innings of work in his season debut. He gave up 2 runs.
Got his batting gloves on.
I think he's going to continue on.
I don't, but I'm surprised to see him with his batting gloves on.
He didn't strike out anybody. I think he and his manager will term this a successful return. Montgomery nursing a 1-run lead. And the leash is short with the pennant race in full swing. That was supposed to be toward the outside, and it leaked back over the plate. Sanchez with a base hit. We've said this many times before. It bears repeating. As you're watching from that center field shot, watch where Caratini sets up and where the pitch ends up. That usually means you missed your spot. It always does, actually. You just would rather miss in your favor.
Yeah, and that's why when you hear a pitcher after it starts, or somebody referring to a pitcher's game will say, well, he only made 2 mistakes. Typically that means he only made 2 mistakes that cost him over the course of a ball game. If you pitch 5, 6, 7 innings, you're going to miss your spot a decent amount of time, 10, 15 pitches, even when you're on top of your game, I would say.
And sometimes that, the missed location is not a foot, it's 2 inches. It's from the end of the bat to the barrel, or the handle to the barrel.
Yeah, and sometimes, a catcher will slide over the outside corner, saying the pitcher's more willing to attack the middle of the plate. So sometimes what looks like a miss is a miss based on what the catcher wanted, but the pitcher sometimes has a different idea, just in terms of how aggressive they're going to be with any pitch.
So Chris Kampka was posed the question of how many games have gone into the bottom of the 4th without a strikeout, as Joe Maddon comes out. 1
today, or 1 prior to today?
1 prior to today, May 16th, Texas and Seattle. First strikeout was in the top of the 5th, and that's courtesy Elias. But this was the first time it had happened to the Cubs this season. In a game in which they participated. Mike Montgomery gets a nice ovation from the Cub fans in attendance. The bullpen in charge the rest of the day. 2-1 Cubs.
It's 2018 and things are heating up, and guess what? Everybody's in. This fan's in. This fan's in. This fan's fan is in.
Yeah, the Ivy's in. You know Harry's in.
In. Right, brother? We're in the bathroom, too.
Got it. Let me hear it, everybody. Okay, I'll get down. Can you say in?
That's Mr. In.
You got the tickets? He doesn't have pockets.
Experience a blend of refined craftsmanship and raw power. New innovations and a tradition of excellence. Luxury and performance. Engineered to take the crown. The Lexus LS500 and LS500H. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
2-2 on David Bodie, trying to come through. And the pitch on the way. Bodie drives one in the air. Deep center field. Back goes Taylor. It's got a chance. It's a grand slam. A grand slam for David Bodie. And the Cubs have won the ball game. Can you believe it?
Wow. As soon as he hit it, he knew it was gone. He started pointing in the air. Cubs win in a grand slam.
An incredible rally. Cubs win.
Hey, welcome back. Tomorrow the Cubs play the Reds. It's a night game, remember. Game time has been changed. 7:05 first pitch, and up to the first 5,000 early arriving adults 21 and older in the Budweiser bleachers receive a Cubs Velcro patch cap presented by Budweiser. Bleacher tickets still available. For details, visit Cubs.com/Fridays.
It's the BioFreeze call to the pen, official external pain relief of the Chicago Cubs. Joe's not messing around here. He's bringing in one of his top relievers in the 5th inning to face Spencer Kieboom, who hit a go-ahead home run in the 3rd. Sanchez the runner at first, nobody out in the pitch. A called strike.
Yeah, you got to do things a little unconventionally. You get down towards the end of the year. You're in the middle of a pennant race. You got a 1-run lead. Jesse Chavez is comfortably inside the circle of trust. He has a 1.50 ERA since putting on a Cub uniform. Scoreless 7th inning last night through 17 pitches, allowed a hit and a walk, but no runs.
The pitcher Ross is on deck, but again, I cannot imagine a scenario with the score 2-1 where he would take the at bat unless they want him to bunt. Outfield really deep, especially. Whoa! I'm not sure what happened. It hit his bat. It's a foul ball.
Yeah. Wow.
Boy, is he lucky.
Thought it hit him in the face.
Wow, is that scary? And you can see Chavez's reaction.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So that's at least the fourth time in this game the Nationals have at least shown bunt.
2 strikes on Keyboom, and a drive to right for Bryant. Sanchez holding, and Ross will be called back, and he will be lifted for a pinch hitter. Looks like it's Andrew Stevenson off the bench. Boy, Keyboom and Sanchez, man, they've been hitting some rockets.
Stevenson has been used a lot off the bench. You see the numbers for the year: 246 batting average, not a lot of slug. He is 4 for 23 as a pinch hitter with a home run. Chavez very aggressive, throws a lot of first pitch strikes, fastballs and cutters.
Baez pulled in at third.
In the Cub uniform, Jesse has thrown 30 innings, struck out 33 batters while walking only 4. He was good with the Rangers. He's been brilliant with the Cubs.
Another miss. 3-0. Robles on deck. Looks like it's Jorge De La Rosa playing catch out in the Cubs bullpen. Strike called. 3-1. Boy, Lester Strode looks pretty cool out there, doesn't he?
What's Lester got going on?
Just that look of intensity watching the game. It's all business. Runner takes off, and a base hit right where Russell would have been. First and third with 1 out.
That's the advantage of being in a count like that. You can start the base runner. You're counting on ball 4 contact. Perfectly executed hit and run play. As Stevenson slices out ball towards left center. Ball's in front of Sanchez. He sees it the whole way. No hesitation.
Cubs will play for 2 in the middle. Baez will play tight. Rizzo holding the runner at first. The pitch to Robles is fouled straight back.
Home run swing there on 0-0. See if he's willing to cut down on that swing to try to get this runner home from third. Punch out would be very nice here for Jesse.
Oh, and 2.
Take a couple shots out of the zone.
The pitch outside. Robles didn't even flinch. This is his 3rd start in 2018, his 20th big league game. He debuted a year ago. High fly to center. It looks deep enough. Sanchez tags, Happ's throw is cut off by Rizzo. And we've got a tie ball game in the 5th. It's 2-2. That run charge to Montgomery.
Looks like they're trying to work the ball in on him, maybe trying to get a ground ball to the left side. Maybe they take one more shot way up with a fastball, looking for the punch out. Robles showing a pretty quick bat there. Hands pulled in, delivers the fly ball to center field, good enough to get the tying run home.
Turner fouls away. Well, this game will be decided by the bullpens. Ross done after 5. Montgomery went 4+. Chavez now trying to limit the damage, and he doesn't want to face Harper with men on. He is on deck. It's 0-2 to Turner.
Well, he probably won't face Harper with men on. It'll probably be De La Rosa. But yeah, you'd rather not pass the baton to the next guy either.
Well,
put him in that situation.
You know, the other thing for Joe, when you go to your bullpen and you use a guy like Jesse in the 5th inning, you are projecting outs to be recorded, right? So, you know, managers don't look at their card and expect struggles. When he brought Chavez in, it was to get out of this inning. So anything less than that changes the math considerably. Stevenson runs, Turner strikes out. Chavez does eventually get through the inning, but the Nationals have tied it. It's 2-2 as we head to the 6th.
When you're a failure, you lie. When you're desperate, you lie more. Bruce Rauner's now completely making things up. J.B. Pritzker has never proposed a vehicle mileage tax. J.B. supports a fair tax to make people like him and Bruce Rauner pay more while reducing taxes on the middle class. But Bruce Rauner thinks billionaires should pay the same tax rate as working people trying to make ends meet. Bruce Rauner, 4 years of failure and lying is enough.
Dedication. Attention to detail. And going above and beyond. That's what it takes to do things the right way. With Rocket Mortgage, you can count on us to get your mortgage right. Because when it comes to buying a home, the right way should be the only way. Rocket Mortgage, America's largest mortgage lender and proud supporter of college athletics.
The first Benny's laid down roots in the shadow of Wrigley Field in 1948. Since then, Benny's has become Chicago's #1 destination for wine, spirits, and beer. Benny's Beverage Depot, helping you celebrate the best times of your life.
So, thought you could use something special, for retirement. One last trip through the toy store.
Funny, after all we've been through, this may be my first case of the nerves.
Oh, relax, Agent. I've kept you healthy this long.
Yes, you have, but come tomorrow, your protection may not be there.
I don't see you slowing down anytime soon. Here, take this.
So, you saved the best for last.
Monday, September 24th, the Cubs host the Pirates and celebrate Hispanic Heritage Night at Wrigley Field. All participants who purchase tickets through the Community Nights page receive a Los Cubs t-shirt. For more info and to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com/Community Nights. Right back where we started, tie ball game. And left-hander Tim Collins will face Daniel Murphy here in the 6th inning.
Collins has pitched 29 times for the big club. No wins, no losses, a .338 ERA. You see, it's been kind of a specialty guy. 18 2/3 innings of work for the veteran left-hander who missed a couple of years due to injury. First came up with the Royals in 2011.
Oh, 0-1 to Murph. I think we can call him Murph now, right? He's been here long enough.
Yeah, I think you roll with Murph.
Everybody calls Cubs third base coach Brian Butterfield Butter. So he's just kind of known as Butter, but when you meet him for the first time, you don't want to just drop butter on him. You want to say, "Hi, Brian, nice to meet you." But nobody calls him that. It's a baseball thing.
If you think it's butter, but it's not.
I can't believe it's not butter. The 2-1. His line foul to left, out of play.
Collins, not a big guy, listed at 5'7", 170.
He is one letter away from a very nice gin drink. 2-2 on Murphy. If I ordered a Tim Collins, what would I get?
Probably a variation. You might get something. I get a weird look.
That's the slightly less popular cocktail. Strike three called, inside edge.
Talking about Murphy not striking out a lot. He doesn't swing and miss very much, but he got locked up by a perfectly placed inside corner fastball. Got to protect away. He's looking away. And Collins able to just clip the inside edge to get him. First strikeout recorded by the Nationals here today, and that's going to do it for the Loogie.
Baez due. Pitching change coming. Cubs 2, Nationals 2, 6th inning.
This is customizable streaming TV for your family, whatever size. It's saving money with flexible channel packs, live TV and the latest shows to stream, and all your streaming apps in one place, even Netflix. This is how Xfinity makes life simple, easy, awesome.
Get started with Xfinity Internet and TV for just $39.99 a month for 12 months and get your choice of Stars or Cinemax included. Click, call, or visit a store today.
With our radar, Live Doppler 5, we can dissect the storm. We can see exactly where the more severe parts of it lie.
It's a high-frequency S-band radar, the most powerful Doppler radar anywhere in the region.
This gives us the ability to look out long range into the storms. With Live Doppler 5, we have the best view.
We can cut through storms. That gives us the advantage of producing a forecast that's much more accurate and on target.
When severe weather's approaching, it really allows you to pick a storm apart. Having your own radar is invaluable.
Now, T-Mobile has unlimited for the rest of us. Unlimited for you, for them, for all. Right now, get unlimited for as low as $30 per line for 4 lines at T-Mobile.
Cub fans, Advocate Healthcare has all your bases covered with over 400 locations and 6,300 top doctors. Book your same-day appointment at advocatehealth.com. BioFreeze call to the pen. Jimmy Cordero, a right-hander, will make his 14th appearance.
Yeah, this is his major league debut season. He is 1-2 with a 4.91 ERA. Posted a sub-2 down in the minor leagues this year.
Pretty firm at 97.
Yeah,
inside to Baez.
We saw him last weekend. Got giddy up on that heater. He can sink it. Gets a lot of balls on the ground. Curveball and changeup as well. Averaging 97 plus with the heater.
Baez in the air, deep to right. Harper watches it go. Cubs lead 3-2 in the 6th.
Comes in hard, goes out hard. Baez the other way for the second time today. 2 bases last time. Today he'll take a bigger bite. Takes all 4. Missile launched into the Nationals bullpen as if to say, you better get somebody else up.
Ford home run replay number 31 for Baez. Swing and a miss by Caratini. Javi's been the Cubs' best player this year, and in these moments you ask your best to pick up the slack, and he has today with the double, the homer, 2 knocked in, 2 runs scored. Two-strike offer now. Caratini backed off the plate on a 100-mile-an-hour four-seamer. First homer in almost 2 weeks for Baez. September 2nd was his last homer in Philadelphia, as Cordero will underhand to Zimmerman. Diamondbacks bullpen getting beaten badly again today. 10-3 Rockies in the 8th inning in Colorado. That was a Kyle Freeland start for the Rockies.
Boy, he's been awfully good. Probably top 5 in the Cy Young voting, right, Freeland?
Probably. ERA at 2.96. After 6 1/3 and 3 runs allowed today. David Bodie with a big grab and left earlier to Rob Zimmerman. He's hit the ball hard to right both times. Beaten the Nationals with big extra base hits twice already this season.
So they do this thing here when they get to 2 strikes with 2 outs. They flash this graphic on the scoreboard. 2 strikes, 2 outs, and everybody's supposed to get all fired up. And I like the fact that it's met with indifference.
Bodie strikes out. Yeah, I never noticed it till you pointed it out last weekend.
People are like, I know cheer when we want to cheer.
Baez with a home run, and the Cubs lead this game 3-2 in the 6th.
I've lived in Illinois all my life. Our taxes have been growing for decades. J.B. Pritzker wants to raise our income taxes, but worse yet, he wants a car tax, which will also come along with a tracking device. How much is that going to cost us just to drive to a family member's house? There's no more extra money in my budget to start paying additional taxes. If J.B. Pritzker gets in office, I think we're going to seriously consider leaving Illinois.
Welcome. You like dinosaurs? So do I. Run! Holy! We're not on an island anymore.
I have to see this.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Be the first to buy it now and watch anytime, anywhere on your favorite screens with DirecTV Cinema. Movie Star to Channel 125.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. And if you're struggling with an IRS tax debt of $10,000 or more, I want you to call my friends at the Tax Defense Group. They recently turned a client's $100,000 tax debt into a refund. You gotta love that. So call the Tax Defense Group now. They'll give you a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and they're open 24 hours a day because tax debt doesn't sleep either.
Call 800-981-0663. That's 800-981-0663.
Clark, the official mascot of the Chicago Cubs, can be part of your next celebration. From birthday parties and corporate outings to wedding receptions and charity events, invite Clark. Visit Cubs.com/kids for more information on bringing Clark to your event.
Well, it's easy to, express the importance of everything that happens from here on out as the Cubs lead this division by 1. But this is a big challenge today for this bullpen. And you'd love a 4 or 5 run inning here to give this team a little breather against an offense that's been very good in the second half. Bullpen trying to cover these final 4 innings. So this could be one of those signature days for a bullpen that, by and large, in the big picture, has been terrific all season.
Yeah, they've had their struggles lately for sure. An bullpen ERA up over 5 here in the month of September.
Still leading the NL in overall ERA as a relief core at 3.38.
De La Rosa's been a real nice addition. Cut loose by the Diamondbacks. Cubs signed him August 10th. He's posted a 1.76 ERA in a Cub uniform.
He's gotten some big outs. 2-1 on Harper. He pitched a scoreless 8th inning, and the Cubs 3-0 win over the Brewers on Tuesday night. Strike called 2-2 on Harper. Baez will now shift over to the right side and play between Rizzo and Murphy. There you see the StatCast look.
He stays pretty tight to the line there.
Full count on a guy who walks a ton. Harper 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. Those were against Montgomery.
And rocking a hard place for a pitcher here, a guy who takes walks, but if you just groove a fastball, he's likely to hit it 480 feet. So you got to make a pitch.
He did for strike 3.
Oh, great work by De La Rosa. Went back to that split finger pitch to get the swing and miss from Harper. 0 for 3 with a couple punch outs now today. Perfectly placed, bottom of the knees.
Rendon, a ground out and a walk. Fastball low.
Steve Cishek is up in the Cubs bullpen.
Jorge, 37. Made his major league debut as a 23-year-old with Milwaukee in 2004. He's done a lot of both, relieving and starting. Had some nice years with the Rockies as part of their rotation. 16-6 in 2013 with a 3.49 ERA. Made 30 starts that year. Has not made a start in a couple of seasons.
Cubs now have a lot of options from the left side out there with the addition of De La Rosa, Jaime Garcia. Part of the mix. Brian Dunson came off the disabled list to join Justin Wilson and Randy Rosario.
Rendon strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for De La Rosa.
In this instance, Rendon probably thinking about that splitter, was late on the heater. Down, hands back, wait, and then panic. Uh-oh.
Yep.
The walk of shame.
Soto backs away. 0 for 2. It's been the bottom of the order. It's done a lot of the damage today. Boom with a home run. Sanchez, pinch hitter Stevenson with big hits as part of their run scoring fifth. This is not an easy lineup at the top and in the middle to navigate. Very wide stance by Soto. 3-0. Soto carries himself with a ton of confidence, which you almost have to do when you're 19 at this level. Bryce Harper was that way when he got here. 3-1. .37 against 19. What wins out here? Experience or phenom talent?
Going back to that split finger pitch.
On the ground, Rizzo can't get it, neither can Murphy. The ball may have fooled Anthony off the bat. He got a little bit of a late break, it appeared, and he's slow to get up. So Soto with a 2-out single.
That time the splitter was up, hit pretty sharply, but on the ground, and there was not a whole lot of room between Rizzo and Murphy, but Soto able to squeak it through.
Maybe he slipped. Yeah, he lost his footing.
Little stutter step, lost his balance a little bit.
Right, watch that left foot, and he's fortunate he didn't injure himself. Steve Cishek's coming in to face Ryan Zimmerman when we come back.
There's nothing like summer at Wrigley Field. except for fall. The push is on, and when every W matters, we need everybody in.
I put a spell on you. Yeah, because you're mine.
With Chase ATMs, Serena can now grab cash on the go, all with the tap of her phone.
The things you do.
No card, no problem. Life lived Serena's way. Chase, make more of what's yours.
With our radar, Live Doppler 5, we can dissect the storm. We can see exactly where the more severe parts of it lie.
It's a high-frequency S-band radar, the most powerful Doppler radar anywhere in the region.
This gives us the ability to look out long range into the storms. With Live Doppler 5, we have the best view.
We can cut through storms.
That gives us the advantage of producing a forecast that's much more accurate and on target.
When severe weather's approaching, it really allows you to pick a storm apart. Having your own radar is invaluable.
A full house is on hand. Bright sunshine. It's warm. It's a perfect day to play.
Deep left center. Game over. Cubs win.
Time now for our BioFreeze call to the pen, and Joe Madden wheeling and dealing here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. He'll call for the number of Steve Cishek for the 72nd time. 4-3, 2.34 the ERA for Steve. 65 in the third innings. He's allowed just 42 hits, 5 of which have left the ballpark. That number's pretty high for him. Normally really good at keeping the ball in the yard, and over the last 10 days or so hasn't been quite on top of his game, or at least the results haven't been what he would like. Dangerous man here in Ryan Zimmerman.
Soto, the runner at first base. Cubs lead this game 3-2. These last 2 innings have felt like the 8th and the 9th, but it's the 5th and the 6th.
Yep, managers get involved a little earlier this time of year.
Not a huge lead by Soto. 2-0 on Zimmerman.
Got so many arms out there. I think the thinking becomes, you get a high leverage situation in the middle of the game, use your best guys to hang on to that lead, and then just kind of figure it out the rest of the way. Now, Wilson Strope still available. That's probably how Joe envisions finishing this ball game.
Needed that one. 2-1.
It's a cast of thousands. Franklin Font could probably give you an inning.
Strike 2. It's 2-2 to Zimmerman.
So, Frankie. Staying with the heater.
Zimmerman has been patient here, has not taken the bat off his shoulder. Soto will be on the move here with 2 outs, and Rizzo will continue to hold him. Outfield deep. Ball 4. And Adrian Sanchez will not bat. It's going to be Wilmer Defoe instead. Defoe switch hitter. So he checks in from the left side against the righty Cishek.
And much better from this side. 260 as a left-handed batter, .165 from the right side.
Off the outside corner and a backdoor slider. Cubs lead 3-2 on Javier Baez's 31st home run in the top of this inning. That's a strike. Here comes Chris Bryant, and that will get the Cubs out of the inning. They strand 2. We go to the 7th. Cubs 3, Nationals 2.
Fidelity is redefining value for investors. Introducing zero account fees for brokerage accounts and zero minimums to open an account. We have Fidelity mutual funds with zero minimum investment. And now, only Fidelity offers 2 zero expense ratio index funds directly to investors. Because when you invest with Fidelity, all those zeros really add up.
It's the one and only Ford Truck Month. The place to find one-of-a-kind deals on Ford F-Series and the brand with the most J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards. With best-in-class towing and torque, these bad boys make the rules and break them. That's why it's America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. But like ribs at a barbecue, these deals won't last long. Ford Truck Month. It's buy now time, partner.
Now get an F-150 with 0% financing for 72 months or lease one for $219 a month during Truck Month. Only at your local Ford store.
It's not just a coaster, you know. It's an invitation. Jim Beam on the rocks.
The bourbon that's been making history since 1795 invites you to make some of your own.
Save big this autumn season during Menards Fall Catalog Sale. Get unbeatable quality and satisfaction with Cabot. Right now, save $10 a gallon after rebate on all Cabot premium exterior wood stains and finishes. Improve your home's curb appeal with ideal doors. This 9x7 white Designer Series garage door with windows is just $599. A 9x7 walnut Designer Series garage door with windows is $679. Now during Menards Fall Catalog Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
This Monday, don't miss the football after show. Join former Bears Matt Forte, Lance Briggs, and Alex Brown alongside host Lawrence Holmes after the Bears take on the Seahawks. The football after show presented by Buffalo Wild Wings only on NBC Sports Chicago. Defoe stays in and plays second base after pinch hitting for Sanchez. Cordero to Russell, who hits one on the ground to short, and Turner unloads to first. Albert Almora Jr. in the pitcher's spot for Cishek. Strike one called.
Albert just 2 out of 27 in the pinch this year. It's a tough gig. Come off the bench, especially late in games. Guys, this kid's throwing 100 miles an hour with a nasty breaking ball.
Carl Edwards Jr.
So the more baseball I watch, the more I'm convinced that teams over pinch hit. Not only in this situation, hitting for the pitcher. Unless you've got a real extreme platoon guy out there.
Soto racing in, and he'll stay on his feet.
So say you got a right-handed pitcher out there, opposing hitters are, hitting .088 against him, and he's 38% strikeout rate. By all means, let's get a left-handed bat up there and have a competitive at-bat. Or if you got a guy like Tommy La Stella, has proven to be very accomplished in that role, but it's such a tough thing to master. I think even a lesser hitter that's in the flow of the game, that's had a couple at bats, usually has a far better chance of having success than the guy coming off the bench cold.
It's an interesting point. Yeah. 99 from Cordero to Happ. Ball one. He's walked twice.
And I think sometimes managers feel like, well, I've got a left-handed bat here. There's a righty on the mound. I probably should use him. That's what that's kind of the book.
1-1.
Year in and year out, league average for pinch hitters is, I don't know, around 200. We can look it up. We have the wherewithal. We have the technology.
Happ late on 98 and well located. Cubs would love to add some insurance here. Something earlier in the year they were very good at. 1 or 2 run lead turning into a 4 or 5 run advantage. And Happ hits one high in the air out into deep right center, but very playable. Harper will haul it in. 7th inning stretch time from Washington. A big one for the Cubs, and they lead 3-2.
I'll be right back. With moderate to severe Crohn's disease, I was there. Just not always where I needed to be.
Is she all right?
I hope so. So I talked to my doctor about Humira. I learned Humira is for people who still have symptoms of Crohn's disease after trying other medications. And the majority of people on Humira saw significant symptom relief, and many achieved remission in as little as 4 weeks.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, remission is possible.
Every industry has a leader, someone or something that rises to the challenge by outperforming and outlasting every competitor. In the world of zero turn, Bad Boy Mowers is the leader that rises and stands to outperform and outlast all of its competition with one singular goal in mind: deliver the most powerful, most durable, most comfortable zero turn mower in the world. Big Boy Country, Bad Boy Country.
Just like we promised earlier, it's time for the Miller Lite Hold True moment. And Javier Baez, I would imagine, has been the subject of many, if not the most, of the Miller Lite Hold True moments.
Big moment, great moment. Chance to win a ball game here on a tough day in the midst of all this travel.
Hefty home run time as the Cubs lead this game 3-2.
They have this, oh, there you go. Since the All-Star break, Rizzo and Baez have gone deep 12 times, Murphy 9, and Schwarber has hit 7. Kyle's back in Chicago, still dealing with that sore back.
And all those homers hit as a Cub for Murphy. Big outing for Carl Edwards Jr.
Now, overall, the numbers are really good. 2.28 ERA, league bats 195 against him. Command has been suspect of late. I mean, he's never been a guy who has great command of his pitches. He's a stuff guy. Big fastball with great movement, curveball. He's going to throw a changeup right here. That circle change grip, he almost never uses that.
He's going to face some pinch hitters. Speaking of our conversation earlier, Adam Eaton will bat for the catcher Keyboom, and Matt Wieters is behind him on deck. That was a t-shirt, by the way. That guy was not throwing baseballs or other hard projectiles.
Major League average for pinch hitters this year is 215. He has very good speed. Baez is even with the bag at third. Rizzo tightening up at first.
Albert Almora is playing center field. So Happ is out. That's where the pitcher's spot is now. Baez in on the grass at third. Here's a 1-0 pitch. It's a strike. Inside, 2-1. He's going to have to throw Eaton strikes, or at least pitches that appear to be, to get him here. And he does there, and it's 2-2. Caratini giving his pitchers some encouragement. Two-two fastball inside. That's a good pitch.
Yeah, just off that inside edge, that little baby cutter. Again, his stuff is so hard to hit. I mean, this situation here, he's got to be very aggressive.
Eaton with a fly ball to center, harmless. Almora makes the grab. And the switch hitting Matt Wieters pinch hitting. Center field deeper this time. Almora takes a look back, but he does not get to the wall. He does reach the warning track and makes the play. Two Nationals retired. Here's Robles. CJ's been pretty upfront about the issues he deals with in terms of repeating his mechanics. And talked to the media the other day, said you guys get writer's block every once in a while. You just can't find the right words, and you know, it happens to everybody. And then all of a sudden something clicks, you get locked in.
Well, one of the biggest challenges for a high leverage relief pitcher is to just turn the page on a bad outing. And what happens is the brain gets in the way of the body. You have a couple of bad ones, you start to think out there, you don't trust your stuff. Start to work off the plate. A lot of times what will happen is a manager will take that guy out of the heat a little bit, start to use him in lower leverage situations till he kind of gets his groove back, and then you slowly introduce him back into those higher leverage situations. 2 weeks left in the season, you don't have a whole lot of time to do that. You just got to pick a handful of guys and say, I'm going to ride you to the finish line.
Behind Robles, 3 balls and a strike. He's had a good day defensively and at the plate. 1 for 2 with a sac fly for the rookie. And fouled off to fill it up. 3-2. That's Justin Wilson in the Cubs bullpen. Two outs, nobody on, 7th inning. Cubs lead 3-2. Here's the pitch. Ball 4 on a borderline offering. That'll bring up Turner. Now, see, not all walks are created equal. That particular sequence, I mean, those were all competitive pitches, and he could have gotten a call on 3-2. That's much different than the other night when he was
when it gets into that
by 2 feet.
It starts flying open and sailing the ball up out of the zone and has a hard time reining that in. Was definitely a threat to run here, and we talk about this a lot with Carl out there. Some teams are hesitant to try to steal. They figure they might get a breaking ball in the dirt where they can advance without putting their base runner at risk. And Davey Martinez may have Robles in a no-go situation here for a couple of pitches before he decides whether to turn him loose or not.
Turner 0 for 3, but that does not tell the whole story. He has lined out hard twice, once to short, the other time to first.
And he has power. He's hit 17 home runs this year. Robles is measuring a pretty aggressive lead down at first.
Not running, and the first pitch is outside. Good look at Cubs defense from behind home plate. Two 2-0. You know who is on deck? Harper. That's why Justin Wilson is ready. And a step off just to let Robles know that he's paying attention.
I would be really surprised if he went on 2-0.
He's not. Nope, delayed steal, and it worked. That's a Javier Baez-like maneuver from Victor Robles, and what could be potentially a very big stolen base.
Yeah, shuffle go, catches everybody unaware, and gets himself a stolen base. And that is explosive speed.
That is his first career steal. Two and one to Turner. Here it comes. Fouled out of play, off to the right. This all started innocently enough. Borderline 3-2 taken for ball 4, and Robles stole second. And Edwards needs to make a big pitch here to Turner.
He's going to score on any base hit to the outfield. So Cubs infielders really aren't paying a whole lot of attention to Robles. Now Murphy will cheat over a little bit just to try to tighten him up a little bit. Now, if you've got a slow-footed guy out there and you're thinking, boy, line drive to the outfield, we might have a shot at throwing him out at home, you might spend a little energy trying to tighten him up and possibly compromise your defensive position. In this situation, with his speed, he's scoring on anything to the outfield. So you don't want your infielders moving out of position to try to tighten him up.
Another 2-2, a fly ball to right, and it is slicing to the seats, and no play for Bryant. Fun matchup here. Trey Turner was a first-round pick, 13th overall. Carl Edwards was a 48th rounder. Could not get him to go after the curve.
Carl from Prosperity, South Carolina, where they're bracing for a big storm.
Yep, he's, I'm sure, keeping very close tabs on family and friends. The 3-2, another foul. How about this battle? And everything outer half and away to Turner.
His cut fastball, he can start it on the plate and move it off down towards the end of the bat to get weak contact.
This will be pitch number 9 in the at-bat. Foul pop. Caratini will not be able to make a play.
A little bit of a lazy breaking ball there.
The next 3-2 is fouled again.
So he's got him in swing mode.
Pulled to left. Trouble. It is off the wall. We're tied. Turner trying to make second, and he's in with a double. He just finished an epic at bat with a game-tying double.
Yeah, that was very impressive work by Trey Turner, and then to ultimately be able to get on top of that high fastball from Edwards. We don't see that very often. We saw a lot of pitches in this sequence. He got the foot down in time. You see that top hand really emphasizing staying on top to get through that elevated fastball.
And Joe requesting Justin Wilson to face Bryce Harper. So on the 11th pitch, Turner gets him. And we'll be back 3-3 in the 7th.
As people who love the outdoors, we know what we stand for. We stand for fish, wildlife, and conserving the places they call home. We stand for the traditions we inherited and that we must pass on. We stand for great gear, fair prices, expert service, and memorable experiences. At Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we stand together for you. Come in today for great deals on great gear.
And with your BMO Harris checking account, you don't have to pay any monthly maintenance fees.
Why?
Well, we try to understand our customers' needs. So we included no minimum balance and access to 40,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide.
Why?
Because we care about our customers.
Why?
What? These are important questions.
Why?
Take advantage of a checking account you can't get anywhere else. Talk to us to get started today.
Okay, class, if it's buy one window, get one free, what happens if you bought 2 windows? Yes?
Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free.
That's right. And how about 3 windows?
Buy 3 windows, get 3 windows free.
Now, Dave, how about if you bought 100 windows?
That'd be a lot of free windows.
Plus, no money down and no interest for 1 year.
Buy one, get one free ends Sunday. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
BioFreeze call to the pen. Man, this inning, you hate to see the 2-out rally, but it happened after Edwards got Eaton and Wieters to fly to center. Robles walked, stole second, and then Turner on the 11th pitch doubled home Robles, and Justin Wilson will face Bryce Harper. And remember, Harper hit the big home run off Wilson Saturday night. And it's a little bit of pick your poison here with Rendon on deck. You've got first base open, so he doesn't have to give in here.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the message from Joe when he handed Justin the ball.
And there's nobody up in the bullpen right now, so this is Wilson's inning to escape. Fastball in tight on the reigning NL Player of the Week.
There are some that would say just put him on. You can't let Bryce Harper beat you. Well, you feel better if Anthony Rendon beat you? He's an elite hitter.
Runner takes off for third. Turner steals the bag. Major League leading 38. Meanwhile, 2-0 to Harper. Harper now will be intentionally passed. His Major League leading 113th walk. And it is Anthony Rendon. Might need my stomach pill, JD. We're only in the 7th inning.
Yeah, just hang on now.
Swing and a foul tip.
De La Rosa struck out Rendon last time with a good fastball.
Here's his 0-1. A drive right field. It's Bryant to end the inning. Washington has tied this game again, 3-3 as we head off to the 8th.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
Lemonade.
I'll take a cup. I got this, kids. 1 cup of lemonade. Thanks.
Time to pack up.
Let's go, kids.
Thank you.
NFL Sunday Ticket. Get every live game every Sunday at no extra charge when you switch to DirecTV. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Larry Bird. Oh, yeah. Time now for Lowe's whole team together. We're talking about stolen bases, National League variety team. Milwaukee leads the way. Nationals with 103, tuck in just behind the Brewers, and Trey Turner now with 38. He leads Major League Baseball. Matt Wieters takes over behind the plate, and lefty Matt Grace is on the mound for the Washingtons. He is pitching for the 49th time, and he's been solid with a 2.73 earned run average. On a pretty good roll of late. Got to deal with Anthony Rizzo, who's 1 out of 3 here today. The parade of relievers continues.
First pitch to Rizzo and knocked down by Zimmerman into foul ground. Anthony will reach. Infield hit. He's 2 for 4 from the leadoff spot.
Yeah, remember last time up he hit that bullet out into right center that Robles made a heck of a play on to rob him of a base hit, perhaps extra bases. This time Zimmerman able to get leather on it, but he kind of highlights it over into the coach's box, and Anthony has himself a leadoff knock. Zimmerman having a hard time getting his feet set. Couldn't get into position to play that ball.
Now Bryant with a man on, nobody out. 8th inning.
You know, there was a play in the series here last weekend where I thought Zimmerman was a little unaware. Like he was a little more upright than he should have been. A ball hit in his direction. It took him a little while to react to it. That ball was really scalded, though.
0-1 to Bryant. The Mets hit consecutive home runs to walk off the Marlins. Game 1 of the doubleheader. Conforto and Frazier. Rockies beat the Diamondbacks. Fouled off. It's 1-2 on Bryant. Big one tonight in St. Louis. Dodgers and Cardinals start a weekend set.
Davey with the lefty Grace out there wants him through Murphy, and then he's got Greg Holland, the veteran right-hander, warming up now.
Second time the Cubs have had to fly back to a city to make up a game. They started the epic road trip with a win at Atlanta. Thought they were going to be off today after 23 in a row, but 2 rainouts last weekend, Friday and then Sunday. Had to play a makeup doubleheader Saturday. And that ball will get in there. And Rizzo will stop at second base. First and second with nobody out.
Second hit for Chris Bryant today. He's not tearing the cover off the ball, but he's managed to find the outfield grass a couple of times. Yeah, the Cubs would have preferred that this game not be made up today, that it would be played at the end of the regular season, quote unquote, if necessary. That would create a little scheduling snafu as well, too, if they end up tied for the division lead, and you'd have to have a playoff game for that. Then you'd have to have the wild card game, and so MLB decided that this needed to be played today.
Murphy looks at a strike. Yeah, inconvenient for both teams, but you got to get them in as many as you can. It's been a hard-fought afternoon into the early evening hours. The Cubs with a golden opportunity here. Little jam shot roller. Throw goes to the pitcher, and he just beat Murphy. So that'll play like a sac bunt, even though that was far from his intent. Second and third for Baez. And Davey might might just walk him. And he does. And it will bring up Victor Caratini with the bases loaded. And we remember what he did on Saturday, his first career grand slam.
Yeah, two ways Davey could have played it here. This is probably the way most guys would do it. Just put Baez on, set up a potential double play with Caratini. He could have brought Holland in for Baez and, you know, tried to work off the play with that slider and see if he could get some chases. Here's what Victor did last week.
That bat flip never gets old.
But it looks like he's not going to get this AB.
Nope, it will be David Bodie instead. Or check that. Bodie on deck. Contreras instead for Victor. So Joe likes Contreras better than right-handed Caratini, and here comes Davey.
The wheels on the bus go round and round. Everybody grinding, including the managers.
Pitching change, 8th inning. Cubs threatening in a tie ball game.
What are you doing? Just warming up. I got called up to the show. You know, the showroom. Don't want to pull anything. Good luck.
Right now, you can lease a new 2018 Toyota Highlander for just $349 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Every time you want the weekend to start on Thursday, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you want a New York minute to slow down. Every time you don't want a night to end. Every time all you want is this. And every time you can't think of a single thing you need, a Corona gets its lime.
Ready to do this?
Yes.
Turn right here.
During the Jeep Adventure Days event,
So fun.
discover deals as legendary as Jeep SUV's 4x4 capability.
That's so cool.
And the confidence to go where you've never gone before. It's more than just a test drive. It's your first adventure. Start it off with a great deal at the Jeep Adventure Days event. Get $4,000 combined cash allowance plus $1,000 bonus cash, or well-qualified lessees get this low-mileage lease on select 2018 Compass models.
BioFreeze call to the pen. Veteran Greg Holland, bases loaded, 1 out, tie game, facing pinch hitter Wilson Contreras.
Yeah, the number is not good overall. They were just dismal with St. Louis. They're outstanding since joining the Nationals. 0.56 ERA, 18 appearances in a Nationals uniform.
He's been busy here of late. Infield in part way, and the first pitch misses low on a slider, low and outside to Contreras.
And typically you're going to see a high percentage of sliders from Holland. That was a softer curveball as well.
Here it is. Strike called. Fastball 94. Lead man Rizzo at third. Bryant at second. Baez at first. 2 singles and an intentional walk. The 1-1. Yep, hard to figure out relievers sometimes. Putting together an awful season with the Cardinals and has been absolutely lights out with the Nationals. 2-2.
Yeah, and I talked about it with Edwards earlier. Just you pitch in high leverage situations. If you have a couple things go wrong, you start to struggle a little bit. It can snowball on you. So change the scenery, clear the mind, fresh start.
And Holland has been around the block a few times. 189 Major League saves. Led the National League with 41 last year. Big 2-2. He struck him out. A challenge fastball gets Contreras.
Nice complimentary pitch to that down and away slider, the elevated fastball. Very enticing, hard to get on top of. It's what made the Turner's double off of Edwards so impressive.
And now no Bodie. It will be Zobrist to bat for Bodie.
Peters wants to discuss Zobrist with his right-hander Holland, who was the comeback player of the year in the National League last year. So if they gave that award for an in-season turnaround, he would qualify again this year with this dramatic change since joining the Nationals.
And if you keep track of mound visits at home, that does not count as one because of the announcement of the pinch hitter.
And if you're talking about the comeback player of the year in the National League for 2018, the man in the batter's box, a worthy candidate.
Yeah, about 80 points better in terms of his batting average. Zobrist out in front. Oh, the Cubs with the first two men on, with Murphy coming up. Now 2 outs, bases loaded. Trying to convert.
These guys won a World Series together with the Kansas City Royals.
Three tie, 8th inning. Well, Zobrist with a 2-strike hit off Josh Hader last night. Let's see what he can do left-handed versus Greg Holland. He strikes out. Holland comes in and gets the Nationals out of the 8th inning. It's a big miss by the Cubs. They leave 3.
When you're a failure, you lie. When you're desperate, you lie more. Bruce Rauner's now completely making things up. J.B. Pritzker has never proposed a vehicle mileage tax. J.B. supports a fair tax to make people like him and Bruce Rauner pay more while reducing taxes on the middle class. But Bruce Rauner thinks billionaires should pay the same tax rate as working people trying to make ends meet. Bruce Rauner, 4 years of failure and lying is enough.
Ready to do this?
Yes.
Turn right here.
During the Jeep Adventure Days event,
So fun.
discover deals as legendary as Jeep SUV's 4x4 capability
That's so cool.
and the confidence to go where you've never gone before. It's more than just a test drive. It's your first adventure. Start it off with a great deal at the Jeep Adventure Days event. Get $4,000 combined cash allowance plus $1,000 bonus cash, or well-qualified lessees get this low mileage lease on select 2018 Compass models.
Here's your Buick, sir. Actually, that's my Buick.
Your Buick doesn't have a roof rack. This is my Buick.
How are we gonna fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
I like that new Buick.
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I knew that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises. Get 18% below MSRP on most 2018 Encore models when you finance through GM Financial. That's over $4,700 below MSRP on this Encore Preferred.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with an In the Loop update. Coming up tonight at 7, it's the premiere of our brand new documentary, Hawk, as we look at the life and career of legendary broadcaster Ken Hawk Harrelson. Don't forget the post-game show. Kelly and I'll have it for you. Now back to Len and JD in Washington, D.C.
Thanks, Cap. Come out and show your team pride. Tuesday, September 25th, the Cubs welcome students, alumni, and fans of the Big Ten. Fans who buy tickets through the Community Nights page get a special edition Cubs fleece blanket in your favorite Big Ten schools' colors. To purchase seats, it's Cubs.com/Community Nights. Changes here for the Cubs. Terrence Gore now playing left field. Wilson Contreras, after pinch hitting, will catch. And southpaw Brian Dunsing will pitch. Trying to keep this game tied.
Yep.
Foul strike on Juan Soto.
Well, Brian came into the ball game last night, worked a third of an inning, allowed a hit. A couple inherited runners came home. Just kind of a soft little ground ball through the left side of the infield. He's not had many opportunities since coming off the disabled list. But again, Joe, he's kind of probing, just searching, trying to find guys who can get locked in out there.
Soto with a bullet to Bryant.
Man.
That's fortunate.
I don't know, a quarter of an inch lower on the baseball. That thing probably goes 475 feet.
Exit velocity had to be pretty high, but it's just an out. 111 off the bat. Here's Pedro Strop. We'll be back.
Hello. Not all souvenirs are handy, but the BMO Harris Blackhawks Debit MasterCard is. When a bank puts the team in your hands, that's the BMO effect.
What's the ball? You want a ball? It's here. Get the ball.
Not all souvenirs are handy, but the BMO Harris Bulls Debit MasterCard is. When a bank puts the team in your hands, that's the BMO effect.
Every time a Friday feels like a family reunion, a Corona gets its lime. Every time your favorite song is everyone's favorite song. Every time your work friends and your friend friends become friends. Every time it feels like you're the only two people in the room. And every time it's like you're the only people on earth. A Corona gets its lime.
Every day is a new mountain. And sure, you can think about how big it is, how daunting, how challenging, or you can face it. So everyone gets to where they need to go with standard 7-passenger seating. And no one runs out of battery with available wireless charging. And you'll stay the course with optional 8-inch touchscreen navigation. Because when you're in a Sorrento, there's no mountain in life that can't be conquered.
Get 0% APR or $3,000 customer cash on the purchase of select 2019 Sorrentos.
BioFreeze call to the pen, and it's Pedro Strop, who has been the top option as closer with Brandon Morrow out. He's trying to save a tie here in the 8th inning, facing Ryan Zimmerman.
Yeah, unusual circumstances leads to unusual bullpen usage. That certainly is the case here with Strop coming into a tie game on the road in the 8th.
First pitch strike. Cubs have used 20 players so far. The Nationals 17. Bounce to third. Backpedaling is Baez, and the throw to first is in time. A little bit of a risk to play that ball back, but he knew he had time with Zimmerman running.
And with one of the best arms in the game, he just kind of sets his feet and steams that throw across.
Wilmer Defoe flied out as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning. He is now playing second, and a comeback base hit into center.
Strop, the 13th pitcher to work in this game. So 11 guys coming out of the bullpen combined. Just Chavez and Cordero, the only ones to pitch at least one full inning.
Mark Reynolds. Hunter at first, 2 outs, ball 1.
Nationals closer Sean Doolittle warming up.
Yeah, you start crossing names off the bullpen lists, and they still have half their pens available. A 1-1 count on Reynolds. The lights have been on since we started, just after 4 o'clock local time, and they're now starting to take effect. Two and 1. Reynolds is usually never thinking soft serve one into right center. He's thinking hit one 500 feet to left. He will walk and he will strike out a lot.
Yeah, he normally stays big even with 2 strikes. You're right. He does not choking up trying to poke a single the other way. It's not how he's earned his money over these many years.
Strike 3 called on a fastball from Strop, and that will get us into the 9th inning in a tie ball game from DC.
Hey, now you can fly Southwest for just $69 one way. $69. If you think this sale fare is low, you should see what we charge you for 2 check bags, or overhead bags, or carry-on bags. Which means these $69 one-way sale fares stay $69. And while we don't charge hidden fees, this sale won't last forever. So book your fall travel now at southwest.com. Low fares, no hidden fees, that's transparency.
It's back. And it's front. No, really. The Triple Double Crunchwrap $5 box is back. And it's still all mains, no sides, with 2 crunchy tacos and a medium soda. Just $5. Only at Taco Bell.
Every minute is a mile, dear. Check, check, yeah.
Hey, what do you guys want to listen to?
Oh, hip-hop. Reggaeton.
EDM.
What
about bubble trance? Bubble what?
Bubble trance? It's a thing. Oh. My point is everyone's got different tastes. That's why Verizon lets you mix and match your family unlimited plans so everyone gets the plan they want without paying for things they don't. And right now, the whole family can get 6 months of free Apple Music on Verizon.
Oh.
So let's play that reggaeton. Old school reggaeton, not the new stuff.
Get 45 million songs with 6 months free Apple Music on us, only on Verizon. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy J3V.
Fender biter. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
MLB At Bat is your #1 Cubs app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Cubs home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
Sean Doolittle takes the bullpen cart when he enters the game. Recently came off the DL. And the Nationals closer will pitch in a 3-3 tie.
And pretty simple approach as you peruse the numbers. 23 saves, 24 tries, a 1.62 ERA, high percentage of fastballs at the top and above the strike zone.
Missed 2 months with a toe injury on his left foot. And a pitch to Russell is high for ball one. One thing to consider in terms of Joe and his bench today. He used Ben Zobrist to pinch hit. Ben did not stay in the game. Instead, it was Terrence Gore to play left. And if you're wondering why, I think the reason is basically he wanted to give Zoe a day off. So just give me one at bat. Because during this stretch without off days, it's hard to find rest for his top guys. Two to Russell, fouled. Now 2-1. He had a good pass at it. Two and two. Very defensive, trying to get out of the way swing.
Well, and you go into an at-bat against Doolittle telling yourself, make sure you get the ball down. Get the ball down. But as we say so often, it comes out of his hand. You see it early. It looks good. You want to attack. So you're always in that should I go or not mode with that high fastball.
On the ground, right to Rendon. He slings to Zimmerman.
Doolittle's got a good fastball. He doesn't have a Josh Hader fastball, who we saw at 97-98 in that series in Chicago. Doolittle sits at 94. He does have a slider and a changeup, but he just doesn't use them very often. Now Albert is a guy who's pretty adept on getting on top of that high fastball. So he goes changeup. Doolittle's been paying attention to the scouting report.
A 2-0 start on his second consecutive batter. Here comes Turner, sets his feet, bobbled it. An error on Turner. Almora's aboard. And pretty decent chance Terrence Gore is going to bunt.
Now you kind of wish Terrence Gore hadn't entered the game because you could run him for Almora. I don't know that you would want to take Albert out of the game defensively now as you're getting somewhat short on players.
I'm not a gambling man, but if I were, I'd say bunt. I'm not saying I would. I'm saying I think that's what he's going to do. And he squares and takes high. Actually, I'm saying I would with his speed. At least get Albert to second, maybe even more.
Yeah, normally you don't think bunt in this situation with one out already, but Gore just hasn't done much with the bat as a big leaguer. He's got his first career hit the other day.
That was off Max Scherzer.
And you know, anything on the ground, even if they're reading and anticipating bunt with his speed, it's still going to be a challenging play if he gets it down. It's a big if. Tough to get that high fastball down on the ground.
Popped up. Double play. Oh, man. Worst case scenario just occurred. And that takes the Cubs out of the ninth inning. Still 3-3.
Designed for exhilarating performance. Designed for your every move. This is the 7-passenger Acura MDX. Designed for Chi-Town.
Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Acura dealer for attractive offers on the MDX.
Rain, driving, pounding, soaking. Your home is constantly threatened by storms, causing worrisome basement seepage problems. We've waterproofed over 300,000 Chicagoland homes, and we know how important yours is. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com. US Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
Okay, let's go. Turn right here. Here? Yeah.
During the Jeep Adventure Days event, discover deals as legendary as Jeep SUV's 4x4 capability. And the confidence to go where you've never gone before. It's more than just a test drive. It's your first adventure.
That was awesome.
Start it off with a great deal at the Jeep Adventure Days event. Get $3,500 combined cash allowance plus $1,000 bonus cash, or well-qualified lessees get this low-mileage lease on the 2019 Cherokee.
The Verizon projected starters, Reds and Cubs. Harvey Hamels tomorrow night. Again, that's a 7:05 first pitch. Lefties on Saturday, Reed, Lester. Cubs actually all left-handed this weekend, and Luis Castillo and Jose Quintana.
Cubs with the favorable pitching matchups all weekend long. Castillo kid's been throwing the ball really well lately for Cincinnati. But first things first, got to find a way to win a ball game here in Washington.
Strop to Wieters in a battle of former Orioles. Ball one on a slider. Yep, got to get this game down to extras. Make foul.
Wieters came off the bench in the 7th. They hit a pretty deep drive to center field that Almora was able to run under.
Baez from third base. One out here in the bottom of the 9th, and it brings up Robles. Key walk in the 7th, stole a base, his first in the majors, scored the tying run on the Turner double. He went. That's a strike. Critical game for the Cubs. Quick pitch and low and outside. Probably doesn't mean much for the Nationals, but they are shooting for their 6th consecutive win. Very faint playoff hopes. 8 back in the division, 7 out in the wild card. Baez in a third. The 1-2 is popped up. Rizzo ranging into foul territory for out number 2. Strop to Trey Turner. Strike one.
One out of 4 for Turner today, but he's hit the ball right on the button 3 times.
Whoop.
This bullpen's currently quiet.
For the first time in a while. Good slider. 1-2. He swings and misses, and he's going to reach. Strikeout, wild pitch.
Quick pitches gets the swing. Contreras can't handle the slider away, and now you got the best base stealer in the game.
One of the best hitters. You think Turner will be aggressive early, or will?
Well, I didn't think Robles would run 2-0, and that's when he did the delayed steal.
Turner does not run, and the pitch is wide. Bottom 9, 3-3.
He runs, he takes the bat out of Harper's hands.
Fly ball to left. It's Terrence Gore. And we will head to the 10th inning. It's the Cubs 3 and the Nationals 3.
Mom and Dad got a new car with the extra third row seats. They think it's theirs, but it's not theirs. It's mine. Mine.
The RX 350L with 3 rows for up to 7 passengers.
Are you excited about your baby sister coming?
Experience space for the unexpected with the Lexus RXL, part of the RX family.
Lease the 2018 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $439 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
This is The Middle, a place where people come together, look each other in the eye, and get to work. Where people believe in more, like they can always do a little more, give a little more, and find ways for their families to have a little more. We were born and raised here, and for over 80 years, we've done whatever we can to help people have and do a little more.
Ready to do this?
Yes.
Turn right here.
During the Jeep Adventure Days event,
So fun.
discover deals as legendary as Jeep SUV's 4x4 capability.
That's so cool.
And the confidence to go where you've never gone before. It's more than just a test drive. It's your first adventure. Start it off with a great deal at the Jeep Adventure Days event.
Get $4,000 combined cash allowance plus $1,000 bonus cash, or well-qualified lessees get this low-mileage lease on select 2018 Compass models.
AT&T Entertainment, official sponsor of Extra Innings. Tenth inning, it's 3-3, each team with 7 hits. Sean Doolittle will continue, facing the top of the Cubs order.
Anthony's been good today. 2 hits, could easily have a third.
Two for 4 from the leadoff spot. Joe tweaking the lineup with the Cubs struggling offensively. Anthony had gone 0 for 16 over his previous 5 games before today. That elixir is the leadoff spot, it seems, for him, and he just hit a line shot to Defoe for the first out. Horrible luck.
Yeah, second time he has lined out this afternoon. Robles got him back in the 5th. And this one scalded right at Defoe. Such is baseball.
Bryant has 2 hits as well and scored in the 4th inning. Fastball strike. That gets by everybody. Skies have looked a little iffy the last few innings, but so far so good. Andy Rosario, the lefty, is up. Excellent work by Pedro Strop tonight.
He's forcing it a little bit here today. Ball is not real clean coming out of his hand. A little an all-star this year for the 2nd time in his career. Also made the all-star team in 2014 with Oakland.
Foul strike.